Nah, but I called John Holmes. Make sure he was still good.
He's still good?
Yeah, so he's still good.
Okay, cool.
I told him, like, hey, I said, I got till tomorrow. It's going to be every Saturday up until November. You sure you can make most of the games? He said, yeah, so.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I think maybe he might be in that just a phase where he just has a little bit of itch to play.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is cool.
Which is definitely cool.
All right, he says he's 4 minutes out.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep.
Are we live yet?
Did you see it? Yeah. Did you see it? Check it.
No, yeah, I'm checking it now. That's why I was waiting to.
Sure,
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Breaking it up.
All right, bet. 8:30.
I don't have
Little me get her back, yeah. Little me get her business, yeah. Little me don't gotta go by no ass. Why? Because you got plenty, yeah. I'm meant to go put it on, and I'm meant to step on their neck, yeah. I'm meant to not really be here for long. If it's not like a check, no cap, no kids, you know what's going on. I ain't playing with y'all motherfuckers. I can't play y'all motherfuckers, y'all.
Little me get to her bag, and little me get to her business. Little me don't gotta go by no ass. Why? Because she got plenty. I'm meant to go put it on, and I'm meant to step on they neck. I'm meant to not finna be here for long, if it's not by the check. Little me get to her bag, little me get to her business. Little me don't gotta go by no ass. Why? Because she got plenty. I'm meant to go put it on, and I'm meant to step on they neck. I'm meant to not finna be here for long, if it's not by the check. I'm meant to get to the bag and little miss bad, so she gon' get whatever. He missed her running bitch down and asked for a hug, he probably gon' sweat her. Little miss got a little booty on her, she gon' shake the little ass in the mirror. She sat on the set tryna make it look bigger, she ready to snap for the picture. I missed the risk taker, he meant to snitch when interrogator. Gave him the sauce and they still hate her. I hit her one time, now she think we dated. She got no plastic that's homegrown, that ass that she gotta be in them thongs. She love to pull up when I ain't home, cause she know I'm him and I got her sprung. Little me get to her bag, and little me get to her business. Little me don't gotta go by no ass. Why? Because she got plenty. I'm meant to go put it on, and I'm meant to step on they neck. I'm meant to not finna be here for long, if it's not by the check. Little me get to her bag, little me get to her business. Little me don't gotta go by no ass. Why? Because she got plenty. I'm meant to go put it on, and I'm meant to step on they neck. I'm meant to not finna be here for long, if it's not by the check.
Rather be around more females than niggas, cause these boys they be tender. I don't gotta trust them, just know they have fun. I don't care about no secret agendas, that's none of my business. Pretty girls like to get drunk and be lit, but it's always a lame niggas all in the function. With all that fighting and shooting, you care about the shit, do like she still getting punched. That's why I just let them do what they do and choose what they choose. You a fool to be thinking that bitch, it only be fucking on you. These bitches they love to have brunch and mimosas. That little hit the system, they started bend over. She knew I was in from the way I approached her. She loving my older.
Little me get to her bag, and little me get to her business. Little me don't gotta go by no ass. Why? Because she got plenty. I'm meant to go put it on, and I'm meant to step on they neck. I'm meant to not finna be here for long, if it's not by the check. Little me get to her bag, little me get to her business. Little me don't gotta go by no ass. Why? Because she got plenty. I'm meant to go put it on, and I'm meant to step on they neck. I'm meant to not finna be here for long, if it's not by the check.
Just pick me up. We good.
Welcome back. Welcome back on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. That was STR4 Lil Miss. Check them out, man. That is available on all streaming platforms. STR4 Little Miss. All right. And yes, we're back with another show. We have Payton Kirkland in here, Texas Longhorn. Go ahead, my fault. I'm all on your wires, man.
What do you got going on? Oh, you're stepping on it?
I was stepping on the wire. Yeah.
Unprofessional.
But yes, don't forget On the Bench podcast is available on all podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Today, like I said, we do have Texas Longhorn star lineman, former Dr. Phillips player, Payton Kirkland in the building. We're going to be talking about his journey to the field over at Texas. All right. We're going to be talking, of course, all trending topics in sports, music, and entertainment as we do that as well. You can see some of the things on the screen that we're going to be talking about. And, yeah, man. So let's get to it. But you know what I wanted to open with?
Another rant?
Not a rant today, man. Not a rant.
Feeling good.
I wanted to get this at the top of the show. I didn't know when our star was coming in. You know, he made it right on time.
He did make it right on time.
May not be there when you call him, but he's there right on time, man. Literally. But since I had it planned, I might as well go ahead and knock it out real quick, and then we'll get to the juicy stuff, all right? But Ice Cube came out, and it's actually something I've been thinking about randomly for the last couple of months. I don't know why, but diss records in hip-hop. And Cube had an interview, and he said No Vaseline is the best diss track ever. Of course, that's his song, right? And it's interesting, first of all, before I get to my list, I have a top 5 list, but it's interesting because Ice Cube, he's like at the top in so many different, he has like some of the top songs. What Today Was a Good Day, No Vaseline, like that's those 2 songs at like hierarchy in hip hop, wherever you want to talk about whatever, top 20, top 25, he's in there. And then you got movies from Ice Cube. You got he's everywhere. He's a little bit everywhere. He's in the big 3. He's in commercials. You can't leave out Ice Cube, man, when you're talking about entertainment for sure. All right. But I wanted to give my top 5 list of top 5 diss tracks of all time. All right. Now, I usually cheat and I give you guys like, what did I call it before the 5 starts?
Honorable mentions.
Today I don't have any honorable mentions.
We're just going straight to the 5.
Straight to the 5. This is the top 5 diss tracks of all time. Now, number 5, all right, is a tie. This is how I cheated this one.
I was going to say.
It's a tie because I feel like these are left out so much. I'm not going to argue with you if you don't have them on your top 5, but Stay Strapped by Jeezy and Truth from Gucci. That's 2 diss records, 2 guys going at each other, okay? And I feel like when we talk diss records in hip-hop history, these get thrown to the side all the time. And I have no idea why, because it has every element of a good beef. And this, like, it first of all, they had 2 different approaches. Jeezy went the comedy route. I always feel like that's a good play if you can pull it off, and he pulled it off. I mean, bar after bar of just jokes, just getting on Gucci Man. You know what I mean? One of them is, we know you jump on them ecstasy pills and jump in the shower with your homeboys. Like, it was just like line after line where he was talking stuff like that, man. And then, you got Gucci took the violent route. He took, at the time he had just, the Jeezy, whatever they want to say, is one of his homeboys. He came in and tried to rob Gucci or whatever, and Gucci shot the guy. So Gucci was on that type of time and that diss record, but he went hard at that. And I thought both records were excellent. And that's my number 5, Stay Strapped, Jeezy, Truth from Gucci. All right, can't leave them out, guys. Number 4 is Ether. Now, Ether may sound like that's a little high for Ether, right? But it's another one where I feel like he took a more of a comedy route. It had all the elements that you need in a diss record. And what I mean by elements is I feel like it needs to be authentic, a real beef. All right. Can't be made up and for money.
Question.
What's up?
Does Super Ugly make this list?
Super Ugly?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like something I'm aware of here.
You sure?
No. Who's that? Who's the artist?
Jay.
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Super Ugly? Nah, if
You
it's
ain't hear
Jay-Z,
that
it's the Takeover.
You ain't hear that one?
Nah, I didn't hear Super Ugly.
I gotta play it.
That was over. That was from Nas, about Nas or somebody else.
It's another one about Nas.
Now, well, people, it's the Takeover. It's not. I never heard of Super Ugly. I'm gonna listen to it and compare it to the Takeover, but people use the Takeover to combat Ether. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Ether edged out Takeover, or otherwise I would have did the same thing I did with 5. I would have put both of them on there. But I feel like Ether was just a little bit better because of the comedy route, and he went at him. And it was a whole song, just bar after line after line. I whip your ass, you 36 in a karate class, you Tabo. It's just the whole song.
That was a really good one.
But Jay-Z did come back with several. So it's not a.
I was a big Jay-Z guy at that period, and I had to admit he took that tough.
Yeah. I think most Jay fans had to admit that one. But Jay is the better artist. All right, number 3. I had to go with Back to Back from Drake, man. You had to go there. This is the number 2 highest grossing record as far as in the disc record thing, right? So it sold a ton of records, got played in every club, and even clubs that Meek Mill was going to, it was getting played there. It was just a wild, disrespectful time. A lot of funny lines.
Wild, disrespectful.
A lot of funny and disrespectful lines in there. It was just a flawless diss record for sure. But unfortunately for Drake, there are other flawless ones as well. All right, so that was number 3. Now, number 2, I did go with Ice Cube here at No Vaseline with number 2. All right. He was going at his former group, NWA, Eazy-E, the Heller guy. Forgot his first name right now on top of my head, but they were going at it. He was going at them, and he took the vicious route, which is, is definitely a route that could be taken here.
You got to be good on the vicious route.
You have to be good.
If you're not good, it could be petty.
Yeah.
But if you're good, it cuts deep.
Exactly, and it did. It did cut deep. He had a lot of anti-Semitic lyrics, or I would repeat some here, but I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube.
But you also just get with the whole concept of the no Vaseline, it lingers in history.
Yeah.
You could bring that up. Hey, we're gonna go after this no Vaseline, and people know what you're talking about.
Yeah, people know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, for sure. So it has to be in the top 5. So Cube, I'm not mad at Cube for going number 1 on that. But for me, I just can't see how you can go anywhere else but Tupac hit him up. I don't know. Maybe because he didn't rap a whole song, but the very first bar in his when he's writing, in disc records, people warm up, man. They warm up, then they get to it. His very first line was "First off, you and that you claim." He just went all out. He didn't waste any breaths. You know exactly who he's talking about. He's saying names. He's saying his old lady names, all type of stuff, man. And then after the verse and towards the end of the song, he's talking. I love that. A lot of these disc records here has the element where they just talk on the beat and they just talking smack about the guy, man. I love that, and nobody did it better than Tupac, especially that talking part, man. So that's my top 5 there. Top 5 disc records all the time. I'm glad I was able to get that out. Shout out to Ice Cube for No Vaseline. All right. Once again, you guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. We have Payton Kirkland in the building. Payton, what's going on, my man?
It was good with it.
I ran into Payton, man, at the barbecue spot, man. Shout out to 407 Chef. Shout out to 407 Chef.
Hey, they
man.
be cooking it over there.
Yeah, they do, man. Chef used to have back in the day, he used to have a food truck.
Nah, it's over there. It was over there now. Was it in the parking lot?
Yeah.
With the car dealership parking lot.
Yep. Car dealership, and even before then, way back in the day, he was over there by the strip club. I forgot which one, but he was over there by the strip club.
What
not
did
too far
they say?
from Flash
Location.
So he just moved up. Now he got his own restaurant, man. Shout out to 407 Chef. Been fooling with him for a long time, man. But what did you go for in there?
I went with the jerk chicken dinner.
Okay.
With the collard greens and mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, you was eating good.
Yeah, I was. I couldn't finish it. though.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
You a lot of
Nah,
food.
they loaded it.
Loaded up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. So, what's going on, man? How long you in town for? How you does everything seem like it was when you left?
I mean, I've been here since the 18th. I leave on the 28th. I mean, it's Orlando, you know. I just feel like some of the people I was in high school with and all that, I kind of feel like I'm a little bit, like, a lot older than them now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I left and came back, you know, it just seemed like a lot of things are a little childish.
You're maturing. Yeah.
That's good. Like, what matures people as much as anything is exposure and getting out and seeing different things and seeing how people go about things. And that's, whether it's travel, just, be in different situations, that builds your maturity right there.
No, facts. Now, what I love about you being on the show today is I feel like every show you've been on, we almost like tracking your progression, because the first time you came on with Mom Dukes, we were talking about like big games at Dr. Phillips. Y'all had just recently lost one. I had went back today and watched some of the older shows. Y'all had recently just had lost one big game during the season there. We were talking about that and just talking about your play on the field. That was the first time you and Mom Dukes. Then you came back with Jalen. We were talking about girls, talking about life, talking about practice, and kind of foreseeing the college
What
colleges
are you up to today?
and things like that.
Man, what you on?
Facts, for real. And then the third time you came is when we hit the recruiting trails. Like, okay, what coaches? You had some Nick Saban stories. You had Jim Harbaugh stories. And about what's going on these recruiting trips and the college and stuff like that. And now you're in college. You're at Texas. You've been practicing. You've been with what's that? Fall or spring practice?
It was spring ball.
Yeah, spring ball. All right. So let us know. What were you nervous when your first week of practice on campus at Texas? That's a top Division I football program, man.
Well, are we talking like the first week of practice or the first week of like school?
Both.
Well, it's in the first week of school. You get out there.
I was
early
nervous.
January?
I was nervous. Yeah, it was the day after the All-American Bowl.
Okay.
Just drove up from San Antonio, and my family moved me in, and after about an hour and a half, I sent them on their way. I was ready to have my own space to myself. And I was nervous for like my first days and all that, but like I gave it like a month. And I started getting used to the environment because we were doing the same thing every day.
Right.
And then spring ball started creeping up on us, and I'm like, all right, like, it's about to get crazy. Like, these grown-ass men.
Yeah.
Like, I got 26-year-old on my team, you feel me? Like,
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
He in my offensive line group.
Oh, damn.
And, it's like, it was about to get crazy. So I was a little bit nervous at first, and I feel like if you're not nervous about when it comes down to sports, if you're not nervous, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
You know? And it was more like anxiousness than nervousness,
Gotcha.
Just anxious to learn, anxious to pick up on information, and, anxious to soak in everything that they was telling me. And it was a huge adjustment for me, in all fairness, I had a rough spring ball coming in. I was heavy. I reported to school at about 375. I was heavy. Wow. And, by the time spring ball started, I was about 355.
Really? Okay.
And in the spring, I finished spring ball around like 340, 338.
Did they give you a target weight, or you just knew like in order to play?
I know. Okay. I know how I like to feel when I'm playing football.
Okay.
And they agreed with my decision. You know what I'm saying? And they've done that. They told me when I came in, like, hey, like, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I feel like that was probably one of the biggest things that I felt that they appreciated about me, was that I came in ready to work and I knew what I had to work on. And started spring ball, it was slow for me. I wasn't picking up on it as much, and it just felt like it was too much. Right. College ball is very fast. It's a lot of plays. It's a lot of people screaming. It's a lot of it's a whole lot of everything. The practice, you're tired from start to finish, and there's no way around it.
Right.
And my first the first week of spring ball, since we didn't have on pads, it was kind of awkward, but. I was definitely getting fussed at, getting cussed out for not knowing my plays and all that. And, my first day of practice, I was in with the twos.
Oh, okay.
First week? Oh, yeah?
My very first day of practice, I was in a left tackle with the twos. And I get out there, I line up. they making calls. This sound like Spanish to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, what are we doing? Like, what am I? I tap my guard. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? He look at me like I'm crazy. Like what you mean? And yeah, it took a while. You know, over the course of spring ball, I learned a lot about myself. And a lot about how I maneuver through space, and like it's certain things that you really wouldn't pick up on playing high school ball when you get to college. I swear, I thought I was just gonna come in and, you know, I was just gonna have it all from day one, but it's not like that. You know, reality really does hit you when you get there.
I was gonna say like for somebody who's as physically gifted and talented as you are playing in high school, you really don't have too many guys that are really a match for you. And now you get to the college setting, and there's probably a lot more physical dudes that are present different challenges for you.
Right. I mean, I'm competing every day.
Yeah.
At school. Like, and when I mean I'm competing every day, it means classroom, on the field, nutrition, film room, everything.
Gotcha.
So when I get out there on the field and I line up and I got Tavondre Sweat in front of me and he's 6'5", 360, you know what I'm saying?
Good grief.
On the other side of the ball, moving like he 285, you know, it's you know, you get to thinking like, all right, like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? You feel me? I'm fresh out of high school. I got a first round D tackle sitting in front of me, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like I really do want to thank my coaches though, you know, even though they were very hard on me, and I mean very hard on me because I mean, you know, they had high expectations for me and I appreciate them for that. And it worked out for me very well. Towards the end of spring ball, it's like the day before the spring game, it's just like everything finally came together.
Really?
Like the day before, like the week leading up to the spring game, I was nervous as hell. I was like, all right, bro, I don't even know if I'm about to do good, but I feel confident about it. But I don't know what's going to happen. Right. And that day before, the walk through the day before, it's just like everything just came together. Like, all right, it's football. It's what you do. You gotten stronger, smaller, faster since you've been at school, and smarter. Put it all into one, go out there and play ball. You know, so everything kind of just brought itself together. I'm talking about plays and everything, techniques and everything. And, you know, what got me over the hump was learning that my coaches, especially my position coach, it's a certain way that they want the things done. And the best way to have success within the program is doing the things the way that the coaches want it done. Not how you see fit, how they see fit, because it's a reason why they see that, you know. And you know, I really did. It took a few weeks for me to actually trust my O-line coach, you know, like, but I eventually gave into it, you know, and it worked out for me in the best way.
Now, so you were actually in the walkthrough when you sort of had that epiphany of, oh, this is starting to feel different.
Well, I mean, it was like every day it started to feel like, one day it'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm good, like I feel it, it's football. Next day I have a bad practice. Damn. You know, but what I learned was you can't have highs and lows in college. You got to stay here going this way, or you got to stay here. You got to pick one. You can't go here. Right. So for me, it was just like trying to pick a couple things to be better at every single day. All right, coach say I need to hustle better. All right, boom, I'm going to hustle better today. Coach say I need to finish my blocks better. All right, I'm going to finish my blocks better. Coach say I need to finish through the whistle better. Finish through the whistle better, you know? And I learning from the guys that have been in front of me, it really helped me out a lot too, you know? Them started me off at left tackle, and I was playing behind Kelvin Banks. You know, Kelvin going to be a first round. He's a freshman All-American, you know. Everybody want Kelvin, right?
Yeah, I was doing some reading on him.
So me being behind Kelvin for those first few weeks of spring ball, it definitely opened my eyes up a little bit, you know, to where I was.
I was gonna wait till I asked you, but did you think about him and think about that situation before you chose Texas in the first place? Like did you? Because he still has 2 years left. Yeah, right. So did you think about like I'm gonna have to either beat him out or fight my way in the rotation? Did that play a part?
1,000%. Okay. Wherever I was going, I was competing.
Okay. So they didn't. Yeah. Well, clearly they didn't scare you away from competing to Texas. But I'm saying,
like, I know the offensive line coach at Texas, Coach Flood. He's gonna play the best five on the field. Mm-hmm. If I'm not in that best five, that means I wasn't one of the best five offensive linemen. You know, I know how to play everything but center, really. And I've played, and I have experience at center too, but I don't know how
So
to play
you
center
are
at
comfortable
Texas.
with moving around?
Yeah, for
right,
sure.
Right tackle,
I
right
played
guard, whatever.
The week before the spring game, they moved me to right tackle.
Okay.
And I had to learn the whole playbook from the flip
Reverse.
side, all the technique from the flip side, and had to pull it together in 1 week.
Yeah.
How did they so? You mentioned like you're trying to catch up with the verbiage and the plays. Like when you first get there before the spring ball begins, like are you introduced to a playbook to begin studies?
Right. They teach you everything before spring ball starts. But when you get out there on the field, like I could write you out all of our plays perfectly fine.
Right.
Like before we got in the spring ball, I could do that for you. But when you got on the field, it's hard to do it actually.
Right. Right.
You
Just
know?
different.
Exactly. No.
It's different. It's people screaming. Everybody on the defense is talking to each other pretty much. The offensive line is talking. The coaches are talking. You're getting signals from the sideline. Quarterback making adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Coach wants you to tap your hip on a certain play.
Cadence, yeah.
When 20 other people talking, you got to remember to still tap your hip. You know what I'm saying? And you don't tap your hip, oh, best believe he gonna cuss you clean out. And yeah, I mean, I eventually got it though. I'm proud of myself for that, and I won't get comfortable though. I'll tell you that. And when it comes down to competition, like you asked me, I'm not ducking no competition. You know, and that's just the offensive line room we have. We have the best offensive line room in college football. We're the deepest. Yeah. We have 3 whole old lines that can play ball. You know, and whether I'm competing with KB, Christian Jones, Hayden Connor, Cole Hudson, DJ Campbell, Cameron Williams, Nato Umeozela, like I'm gonna compete, you know, and my main goal is to make it hard to keep me off the field, you know.
Exactly.
And
that's where you want to be.
Like it doesn't matter where I'm at. I mean, Coach told me when I get back, be prepared to play some guard. Okay, cool. I take it as a sign that you're trying to find somewhere for me to play.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely
simple as that.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Yeah.
And I'm fine with starting inside, moving outside. He sees me as a tackle. But if I got to go play guard, I'm going to do it. He played Evan Neal at guard. Evan Neal starting left tackle for the Giants. You know what I'm saying? He played Evan Neal at guard for 2 years.
In Alabama, yeah.
For 2 years, he played him at guard.
Okay.
Moving to left tackle his junior year.
Yeah. No, that happens. You see that a lot. You know, especially wherever you watch an NFL or college, guys go down. Guys got to move around on that O-line. They have to be comfortable with playing multiple positions for sure. Now, speaking of spring ball, I came across an article. I wanted to read 2 paragraphs here. So the article is about four freshmen that are standing out, that stood out from spring ball. All right, and you were one of these 4. You were one of the 4 freshmen. First, before I read the article, I'll give you a couple guesses. You think you can name anybody else that's a part of these 3? Other 3 that were mentioned in this article. All right, and I'll help you out.
I got you.
Oh, okay, you got me. Okay.
I think I can name 1 for certain.
For sure, okay.
I might be able to name 2 for certain. It's the receivers. I don't know about the other one.
Okay, I do see a receiver on here.
I say DeAndre Moore and Jonte Cook.
Cook is one. Okay, Cook is one of them.
Is DeAndre Moore one of them?
No.
Okay.
Yes, DeAndre Moore is one of them. Good
Okay.
job. DeAndre Moore and Cook. Yes, those are 2.
My guess for the last one
Mm-hmm.
is it Leonga Lafau?
This person is on defense.
If it's not Leonga, Colton Bassett,
No.
Manny Muhammad.
Yeah, Malik Muhammad. That's
Okay.
what you say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Malik Muhammad, cornerback. Yeah, so 2 receivers.
That fits.
A cornerback, and then you got you here. All right, so I'm gonna read the article what they said about you here. 1 second, they had me on Malik there. All right, and you was actually on the front page here. But anyway, okay, so they were talking about the depth of the offensive line. That's their first paragraph here that you just mentioned about all the talent and blue chippers they got on the line already. Then they said, okay, a name to watch among the true freshmen along the offensive line that played well during spring ball is former 3-star recruit Payton Kirkland. First of all, that's another thing because I see 3-star, I see 4-star, I seen one time 5-star, so I don't know where they get that, where they put us.
To be honest, it depends on the site.
That's
you know,
really that's just
a lot of the sites did drop my ranking. Though, you know.
Do you have any insight as to why?
I do know why.
Why?
Injuries and I gained weight.
Okay.
So
So not because of anything like gameplay
No.
or you had a bad what they call those workouts at the
Nah,
you know.
I ain't never camped bad. I ain't never,
Camp bad, yeah.
I was whooping ass at camps.
Okay.
I don't think I ever lost a rep at a camp.
Ah.
It don't got nothing to do with none of that. It's all self-inflicted.
Right.
I am, and the thing is, I'm pretty much I am who I say I am.
And you can't
know?
help the injuries. That happens to everybody, you know. So yeah, for sure. Now, it says the Florida native offensive tackle, which I know you don't like the Florida native part, immediately stood out this spring due to the fact he was the only true freshman getting second team practice reps, which you just told us, among the offensive line. I wouldn't doubt that Kirkland is the lone true freshman that started to solidify a spot on the too deep at any spot on the offensive line. They're just saying how deep the offensive line is already. He looks like the best option to be the backup left tackle behind the reigning freshman All-American, Kelvin Banks, we just talked about. Nonetheless, I still think the first year for Kirkman on campus is mostly going to be about him getting developed to be more well-rounded offensive tackle that can carry his weight a little more fluidly, especially in pass pro. But yeah, they gave you a good shot out there, man.
Yeah.
So, what, like being in the college environment now for the semester, like, what do you feel your kind of ideal playing weight is? Where do you want to be this fall?
I said 325.
325.
325.
340 right now.
325, 330. No, right now I'm at like 338.
Okay.
And I range between 338 and like 343.
Right,
Okay.
on a day-to-day.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to say you want to be at ideal 320
Yeah.
range.
Yeah. 320, 325 range.
Exactly.
I really don't want to be less than that.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I feel better at 330, I'm going to play at 330. Like some guys, he says, okay, coach says, you play at 350, you play at 345, and you play at 340. You would think those are like really close together, but they're not. Because the one that's 350 going to range from 350 to 356.
You know what's funny is normal like people like us, me and Pink and other people in America, we can't go up and down. We're too busy just steadily going up. But you hear this from athletes like, yeah, I might go down to, I might go down 20 next month or something.
Right.
Like fighters, football players. Like, how can y'all do that like so easily? Like, yeah, I want to be 330. Well, yeah,
I'd like to be 180. It's not happening.
You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, our nutrition team is the best in the country.
For real.
Like, you come in, they give you a plan. They make sure you're eating the right things. When we're getting our food at lunchtime, they're right there with us. When we're getting our food at dinner time, they're right there with us. Breakfast is mandatory. So we take our, I don't know, don't ask me what's in the cup, but we take our little pills every morning when we come in the facility.
Trust them. Yeah.
I'm not asking no questions. I'm not doing none of that. We grab our little cup, grab your breakfast, and all that. Make sure we got protein shakes throughout the day and all that. So. And to be fair, I thought I would be eating less. I've never ate this much in my life. I swear.
So what does a typical day look like for you? What time do you got to get up? What is your activities through the course
It
of
depends.
a typical day?
Is it during workouts or spring ball?
Let's do both, but let's start with the workouts. Before spring ball starts, what's a typical Tuesday looking like?
Tuesday, before spring ball starts, probably wake up 5:45. Be at the facilities by 6. Breakfast eating, clothes on by 6:30. In the weight room at 6:30. Lifting in there for like an hour probably. And then we'll probably go to position meetings, or we'll go to team meeting, position meeting, on the field for like a little walkthrough or something like that. I forgot to mention the conditioning and all that too. Yeah. We're not missing out on that.
When does that happen?
Oh, it's either before or after the lift. It's usually before it though.
Before, okay. And then after the walkthrough and the team meeting, what's it, class or what do we got going on?
For me, shower in the locker room.
Oh, that's important.
Run to my dorm. Change my clothes. I got 5 minutes to get to study hall. In study hall, grab my lunch, head to my 1 p.m. class, come back to study hall in between classes, do my work, head to my 3:30 class. My 3:30 class would be done at like 6 or 6:30, and then
It's a 2.5-hour class.
yeah, almost 3.
But-
3 some days.
Right, but that's the one that's what 2 days a week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all my
yeah.
classes are 2 days a week.
Right.
Okay.
And you have in those 2 days a week, you got what 4 classes? You running 4?
Yeah, so I got Monday, Wednesday. I got Monday, Wednesday classes, Tuesday, Thursday classes,
Okay.
and then after that it's like 6:30. I'll probably run to the Tank, which is our Texas Athletic Nutrition Center, grab my dinner. Either I'll go to the facilities for some recovery and some film, or I'll go to the crib and do the same thing. And then I'll probably be done with my day all around at probably like 8. I'll get back to my room at like 8:30.
Yeah.
Do you have any energy left at 8:30 to do anything else?
Well, I'll find some energy now.
All right.
It depends on what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Right.
But
right.
during spring ball, it's wake up at 4:30. No, wake up at like 4:15 at the facilities by like 4:30. Go get breakfast. Well, weigh in, breakfast, P test, hydration test, and then you get taped and dressed. So for O-line, it's every single thing on except for your pads.
Okay.
Like your shoulder pads and helmet.
Right.
So we got our knee braces on, our pants, cleats, taped up ankles and everything, tape wrists. Go to team meeting, position meetings. At this point, it ain't but like 6:45.
Wow.
If that.
Yeah.
It's probably like 6 something. And then we'll be on the field by like 7:10. Practice probably until like 10 o'clock.
Okay.
10:15 practice in. Shuttle back over to the facilities from the practice field. Get dressed. They give us during spring ball. They gave us like a little more time in between. Well, me, a little more time in between practice and study hall. So I go straight to study hall because I bring my clothes with me on the practice day.
Mm-hmm.
So I go straight to study hall from there. Study hall class, study hall class. Back to watch practice film from that day. Break it down. Get in the cold tubs and the hot tubs. Normatec boots. Do all my recovery stuff, and I'll probably be home by like 9 p.m.
That was during spring.
Yeah, and back up by 4.
So really, the morning is when the heavy physical activity is.
Yeah,
You don't have
everything we do
afternoon
is in the
or
morning.
evening practice. Okay.
But let's see what my schedule is for Tuesday when I get back.
Is there a particular like philosophy for doing that work in the morning versus at any other part of the day?
Doesn't matter. I'm just there for the ride. I'm really just there. Let's see. So 6:15 a.m. we eat breakfast. Team meeting at 6:45. Position meetings at 7. On the field for flex, which is our warm ups at 8 o'clock. Individual period at 8:05.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Player ran practice at 8:35. Lunch at 11. Back to the facilities at 4 o'clock for a team lift and run, and then grab dinner at 6:30. No, 5:30.
I wonder if some players get tripped up by the Memorial weekend, like at everybody back home Memorial Day weekend. You know what I mean?
Oh.
People might want to hang around a little later on Monday.
No.
What happened?
We got team run the first day. Are you crazy?
That's conditioning, more conditioning.
Team run is just like stations of conditioning,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and there's no break whatsoever.
They gonna run that food out of you. That holiday food.
Nah, they run your own body out of you at Texas. It's crazy. It's crazy. They made me rethink life before. I done woke up one morning like, bro, why do I do this? Like, am I serious about this right now? Like, are you serious? Is this my life?
Have you envisioned the first game yet? Do you do that a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Coming out. Yeah.
It depends on where I'm at in the depth chart. Either I'm playing or I'm not. I'm gonna be playing the first game though, for sure. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just speak it into it. I'm gonna be playing in all the games this year.
All right, there we have
There you
it.
go.
Breaking news. What would be something that you think is like the biggest surprise versus what your expectations were stepping onto campus?
The biggest surprise?
Yeah.
Probably how much free time I had.
How much free time you had? It seems like you wouldn't have that much.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
oh, you mean the lack of free time?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
It's definitely kind of crazy.
Yeah. Literally doesn't seem like you're able to do much of anything.
Nah, I mean, during spring ball when we had scrimmages on the weekends,
Yeah.
oh, that made me so mad. Why are we practicing Monday to Saturday?
Yeah.
And then we get Saturday evening, and then Sunday nobody's doing anything on Sunday.
You too tired.
Right. And questioning if we're doing something on Saturday or not.
Okay.
Because if I lay down on Saturday, I'm not getting up till Sunday.
So if we going out, we need to figure this out right now.
I'm talking about while we in the locker room. And I usually don't go nowhere. So
Do you have like you made homies yet?
on my team,
Yeah.
probably Andre Kojo, Kelvin Banks, DeAndre Moore, Arch Manning. Pretty much the guys I came in with, I'm the closest to, except for Kelvin.
Yeah.
Cause he was already there. Of
Yeah.
course.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like, I have like a team full of people that are like people that just like they peace and quiet,
Okay. Yeah.
Like we all just be like, hey, bro, you talking too much. I'm gonna have to talk to you like I see you at practice, but I'm gonna talk to you actually on like Wednesday next week.
Oh, that's too funny. But
what's the room situation?
Hmm?
The dorm room.
I'll stay by myself, but I'm about to move off campus when I get back to school.
Oh, for
Oh,
real?
To
really?
an apartment, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
will that be again by yourself or with a roommate?
by myself.
Okay.
I don't like sharing my
campus?
space
Oh,
whatsoever.
you don't like sharing your space?
I definitely don't like being in the dorms though. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What you don't like about it?
I thought dorms these days were nice.
No, they're nice.
Especially at Texas.
Okay.
I just don't like being in the dorms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too much going on. Everybody know where your room at.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
Teammates knocking on your door. No, you're not coming in here. No, I'm not sharing my snacks with you. Please turn around and go back where you came from. Hey, bro, can I use your scooter to go to class? I have to get to class myself. Please leave me alone.
And whose scooter am I supposed to use?
Go buy one. They're sitting outside.
Right.
So it's just like, I'd rather have my own space.
They probably got the ones too. You can put the little quarters in. Use like
Nah, bro.
Nah?
Bro, what?
Like they got them downtown.
Man,
down
this
Say
ain't
2004 like you're
This
in.
ain't this ain't Aldi, man. What you talking about? Putting the quarters in so you can. What this ain't Aldi? Look, I got the apps on my phone right now. I'll show you. Look,
But they got them where you can use them temporarily.
you got the Bird app.
Right. So you have to load your money up on this app.
Bird app.
Okay.
Birds aren't popular in Orlando.
Yeah, I never heard of that one.
Yeah, but they're all downtown right now. See Bird app,
Okay.
and then you got Lime. I might delete a Lime. I probably owe some money.
Now Lime is. I heard of Lime.
I've heard of them.
Lime is cool too, but I have my own scooter though.
Right. But
Let's
they do
see.
got those for those.
I gotta see where mine at the whole time. Yeah, here go mine right here.
Somebody's just riding that thing right now.
Nah, mine in my door.
Okay. There you go.
Let me lock
So
it.
if somebody did take it, you could track it.
Yeah, I could lock it.
Oh,
So-
that's what's up.
There you go.
That's what's up. Technology getting crazy, man.
Man, this ain't the 90s, man. You gotta get places around here, man.
Old
get
school
places.
mama.
That's funny. Oh man, who do y'all have first week?
Rice.
Rice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask me who we got week 2, if you don't know already.
I don't know.
Alabama.
At Bama.
Alabama.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
I want that.
My boy.
Yeah.
Second week.
It's kind of crazy though. Like, it just be blowing my mind sometimes. Like, I was in high school, and now I'm talking about going to suit up to play against Nick Saban and his crew. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Has
saying?
to be crazy.
I grew up watching these teams. You know what I'm saying? I grew up a college football fan. So
That has to be insane.
yeah. And then it's like it get even crazier when you realize how close you are to like the draft. Like,
Yeah.
why is Bryce Young 2 years older than me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Did you watch the draft?
I did. I watched the first round,
Yeah.
That's funny.
and I watched part of the second round to see my other teammate get drafted.
True that.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
Have you talked to Jalen Carter?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, because he's with Philadelphia now.
Yeah, I talked to him a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
he like it out there for sure.
That's
oh
cool.
yeah, that's what's up. So what how is Archie looking?
Oh, you talking about Archibald?
Archibald.
He cool, yeah. He doing his thing, you know. I feel like each and every one of the midgets had their growing pains when we got to school.
Right.
And he has the most pressure on him out of all of us, pretty much. And I feel like he handled it pretty well, you know. Yeah.
Is that? I mean, like again, you're around him. You see him performing in practice, and you're aware. I mean, anybody's aware of sort of the pressure of his name. Like, I mean, is it something you feel when you're around him, or no?
Nah, he cool. Like he's just a kid, bro. Like
Just a regular kid.
Yeah.
He's just a kid from Newman, Louisiana. You know, he goofy. He talk all day.
He's a big talker. He's one of the guys you got to keep out of your room. Wants a peace and quiet.
Yeah. Heavy on that one. After bad practice, he not gonna talk
At all.
Nah, but the two places you're gonna find him: in his dorm room or studying film in the facilities.
Okay.
He damn near living there.
Okay.
You know, and I respect him. You know, because I know it could probably get hard. You know, if I feel pressure, I know he feel pressure.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I just remember. I mean, I was trying to follow some Texas sites and see, check in on you and stuff. But there was almost like like an analysis of like the throws he made in the spring game, and like just people are like trying to draw big conclusions out of that. It's like it's just got to be a tough situation to exist in.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, he got thrown in an awkward situation. He got put in the QB room with two ballers, man. Malik Murphy and Quinn Ewers are ballers, dog.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's learning a lot. He's gotten a lot better since he's got to school. A lot more poised and a lot more confident back there. And regardless of the spring game, even though I think he played like fairly well in the spring game.
Yeah.
We get in the locker room, you know what I'm saying? I hope he don't hate me for saying this, but he was beating himself up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just know, even though he played fairly well, he was still beating himself up because I feel like he didn't meet up to his own expectations. I feel like he's trying to meet everybody else's expectations. But for the most part, he don't let none of that get to him, you know. Mind you, I talk to him all day, every day, you know what I'm saying? Our lockers are like this close next to each other. So,
okay. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember like being around Austin Rivers when he was in high school and middle school and things like that, and seeing at AAU tournaments and how people react to him just based on who his dad is. And I could having witnessed that relatively close, I could imagine there's got to be a lot of similarity with the way Archie's going to be treated by people.
No, it has to be. So that's a competition as well. It's a quarterback competition.
Yeah,
it is open competition. Those other guys though, they have to feel like same level of pressure, just different. Because they're in the quarterback room with Matty.
Well, Quinn Ewers was, at the time when he came out of high school, he was the top quarterback recruit.
Quinn was
highest rating.
Quinn had a perfect ranking, 1.000.
Yeah,
Arch had a perfect ranking, 1.000.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Malik Murphy, the other quarterback, was also a 5-star quarterback.
Is he? Where's he from? I didn't know.
He's from California.
California. Okay.
Malik is the truth, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the truth. Yeah. You know, he controls the field when he's out there. You know. And I love playing with Malik. I love playing with Quinn. I love playing with Malik, and I love playing with Arch. But Malik, that boy, the truth. He different.
Interesting.
So you guys, you feel confident no matter who the coaches ended up choosing. You guys are ready for war.
All three of those quarterbacks can play ball.
Yeah.
Quinn is a starting quarterback. He is. It's gonna be that.
Yeah.
But Malik Murphy not too far off.
Yeah. What I remember watching Quinn Ewers against Alabama last year. He was amazing.
Boy,
and he got injured during that game. And to me, if Quinn Ewers finishes the game,
they have a shot.
No, they win.
Period.
They don't lose that game. If
we don't win that game. We don't lose that game whatsoever.
Yeah, it probably would have been a 2 touchdown.
And then it don't make it no better.
Texas.
It don't make it no better. The backup quarterback got hurt as soon as he got in too.
Yeah.
And then Malik Murphy was injured at the time.
So he wasn't available at all.
Right.
So you guys had a 49ers situation
Damn
going.
right.
Quarterbacks just
Yeah.
falling.
I mean, I don't remember the stats, but like I literally think up to the point he was injured, it was something close
12 for 13, 132, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was
It was the first quarter.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, he was just slicing Alabama, and with all the like NFL looking throws, I mean, the ball just that's the dude.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, he's definitely like a wizard, low key.
a wizard. I like that.
But do you? I don't know if this is a question for you, but I know for Pink, because do you want to draw Bama that early, or would you prefer later? Because remember the Florida State thing that turned out to be not such a great thing.
Well,
They
you
drew
are
Bama
playing
early.
Rice first.
Yeah.
I mean-
so it's not the very first game.
Yeah.
You guys had him in week 0. That was that week 0 game,
We
right?
played. No, last year for FSU.
Not last year. You know, the year I'm talking about.
Oh, the
where
Alabama
all
when,
of the
when all hell
injuries-
broke loose.
All
yeah,
hell
yeah.
broke loose.
Yeah, no, we played Alabama in week 1. At the time,
Okay, it was week 1.
we were. It might have been week 0 actually. I mean, it was our first game.
Exactly.
And at the time, we were highly regarded top 10 team. We lose DeAndre Francois in that game, and we never recovered.
Yeah.
And we were. I mean, until the fourth quarter, we were competitive.
Yeah.
But then from FSU standpoint, we ended up going several years where we never won an opening game.
Yeah.
And last year kind of changed things for us. We played Duquesne in the opener, and just I went to that game in Tallahassee, got going, and then we played LSU in New Orleans, and I thought LSU made some goofy mistakes, some dumb things, and I really felt like that's the difference between we probably played last week, and they didn't. This is their opener. It's a bit more high leverage situation. I'm okay with getting a game under your belt.
Okay, so yeah, one game.
But I don't know. What do you have thoughts on that?
To be fair, we're gonna whoop their ass.
Regardless of when you play.
I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
If you look at our team, you go reading them papers, and you go look at everybody play, we got it this year.
Yeah.
But again, if you have a team that is ready to go, if you have a team that's high on talent, has the right level of experience, yeah, fuck it, bring on all comers. But if you're not quite in that place,
could be trouble. But yeah, you're right. You say you look at it, deep offensive line, talented quarterback room, talented quarterback room.
The best
defense is
receiver,
better.
the best receiver room in the country. Yeah. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
how did your fellow Orlandan Cedric Baxter perform in spring?
Just call me an Orlandan.
That's why I kind of chuckled when I said it. I knew that would get on you.
I'm from Chicago, man. Stop playing.
Not from 63rd.
Funny. Cedric, he did good.
Yeah.
And he's in a loaded running back room.
Okay.
And it's gonna be hard for one of them to stand out. And may the best man win.
It's a loaded running back
loaded.
room.
We got
Cedric
four
from what school
running
again?
backs. Edgewater.
Edgewater, right?
Yeah.
Edgewater.
We got 4 running backs that can start.
like right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And probably across the country.
Yeah. We got 4 running backs that can rush for 1,000 yards.
You just lost the top rated back in the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
And the other one too.
You
Our
have two backs?
other running back got drafted in the second round
Oh,
to the
okay.
Bears.
Damn.
Are the running backs young? What like are they?
We
any
got-
seniors or juniors?
We got a senior, senior, junior, sophomore, freshman.
Oh, evenly stacked.
So, yeah, he's in a good spot. Even if he doesn't see the field much this year.
No, he gonna
That's
see that
light.
field.
Yeah.
No, you can't keep him off the field.
Okay.
The one thing I do feel about our freshman class is you're not gonna be able to keep us off that field.
Yeah.
How many of your freshman class though haven't arrived yet? Like did
9.
9. So
Yeah.
guys will be when you get back.
They'll be there in like 3 days.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Since I'm a returning player, I come back on the 28th. They go back on the 26th, I believe.
Okay. Not
Yeah.
too bad. Not too bad.
Once again, you guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. We have Payton Kirkland in the building, Texas Longhorns, offensive lineman, former Dr. Phillips star. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this really quick. I want to give a quick shout out to our very first sponsor here, overkink.com. Use promo code BubbaPink.
Are you staying kinky?
That's right. That is the question of the day. And you can answer that by using promo code Bubba Pink. Go onto their website and get busy, all right?
And get busy. Don't forget the get busy part.
All right, we're going to get to some fun stuff here. Then I have a couple college football and then some entertainment stuff as well, all right? So let's get to
Bring it on.
Where you at? Okay, we're going to do a starter bench segment with Coach Pink, but I have Coach Kirkland up there as well, man.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Let's get to it, y'all.
Already moved from the playing field to the sideline.
It's only temporary. It's only temporary. All right. So, going to give you guys a minute to discuss the trending topics that's happening in the world of sports, music, and entertainment. All right. You can choose to start a bench the topic. All right. So, let's go with LeBron fans start a bench.
LeBron fans?
LeBron haters start
Haters. Oh, I'd like to bench them, but we got to see where this goes.
Yeah, we got to start them. We got to start them.
The haters.
All right, so it was a funny meme that's been going around. Not a meme, actually. It's a screenshot, but it's been using it as a meme of a fan saying, I'd rather watch LeBron lose than see my own self succeed in life.
That alone tells you everything you need to know about that person. Like, seriously. Like, your actual life and existence has no meaning other than to watch somebody else fail. Like, good Lord, man.
I don't know why, but like I've started to develop, like, you know, I used to hate LeBron when I was younger. You know, I'm a big Bulls fan, you know what I'm saying? I hated the Heat. He would always whoop our ass. I was starting to develop a liking for him, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about him as a basketball player, it's about him as a father, you know what I'm saying? It's him as a man, a father, nonprofit organizations creator, you know what I'm saying? A businessman, everything. So, I definitely aspire to be something like him, but I could get the hate on the basketball court though. He be crying a lot.
That is like an Achilles heel though. Like, if you take like his resume of high school prodigy to everything he's accomplished on and off the court, it's insane. It's almost impeccable. But like the weird thing you can do is like his kind of reacting to fouls and stuff like that.
Time. Yeah. No, for sure. Let's go with college football starter bench.
Let's do it.
I didn't know which it's a little misleading. So
we're gonna start him like Payton against Alabama.
Yeah, there you go.
Do it.
Let's do it. The famous EA college football video game is making a return here. For those who don't know, so college football had its own video game back in the day. It kind of had to come to a halt because a lot of the students or whatever the case may be, but they wanted to be paid for using their image and likeness, and they've worked out some sort of deal. Payton, are you interested to see this video game return? Do you know much about it, and so forth?
I mean, not that I play video games or anything, but it's gonna be cool to be inside a video game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing with Texas every time, without a doubt. So I mean, it's cool. I can't wait for it, but I feel like it's kind of like mind blowing again. Like I was just in high school and now I'm about to be in a video game next year. That's kind of cool to me. You feel me?
For sure.
You gonna be complaining about your rating?
Oh, 1,000%. I would definitely be DMing EA on Instagram and all that.
His strength would be like a 60. I'm like, I'm way stronger than that.
I don't know. I heard something where, like, as college athletes who are going to be in the game, there's some sort of thing where you can opt in or whatever to I guess potentially receive some revenue from that, or is that something anybody's made you aware of or any of that?
They haven't spoken to us about it yet.
Okay. But yeah. Be very cool to be on the game.
Yeah, it will. Time. All right, here. So we got here Dirk Beef, Lil Durk, rapper Beef, starter bench.
Oh, we got to start beef. We're here for it.
And particularly, I really wanted to ask Payton this. Basically, Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy, two of the hottest younger artists that's out right now. All right, they've been getting into it back and forth. and mostly about music, whose music is better, who's and most recently Lil Durk was making jokes about the album sales from NBA YoungBoy's most recent album. So, Payton, who you got, Lil Durk or NBA YoungBoy?
Chicago.
Come on, put the Chicago bias aside.
Chicago. Chicago. I'm not a YoungBoy fan,
right.
to be fair with you.
Anyway.
You know, I mean, I'd like to see both of them flourish, of course. But NBA YoungBoy drops too much music. He releases a 30-song album every 6 months. Probably more often than that.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
There's no way that your music is gonna consistently sell, especially if it all sounds the same.
Exact same. Yeah.
You saying the same things just in a different language every single song. So I really do feel like it's reasonable for him to be made fun of for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. I would agree.
And Dirk just got J. Cole on a single, and it's bananas. So
you can't put YoungBoy and J. Cole in the same song.
I can't hear it. I don't know. I to be fair, I really probably couldn't hear 21 Savage and J. Cole, and it happened. But I really can't hear
that.
I
can hear that.
NBA YoungBoy and J. Cole.
I can hear that.
I don't think that would ever happen. All right, Carmelo, start a bench.
Got to start him. It's farewell.
That's right. So of course
he'll be starting no more.
Will he even starting this year?
Hopefully not for my team.
He didn't play this year.
And that's the thing. So Carmelo retires, and a lot of people, failed to realize like he was already. A lot of people thought he was already retired.
That is a super weird thing. Like when somebody is essentially out of the league and then announces their retirement. Like you would think, I mean, I've never been a huge Melo guy, but I respect him and he had a great career. But like, it would be nice to actually retire while playing, not retire from the couch, not under contract. I don't know. I mean, is it too much to ask? But yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it puts final something that was obvious in the last 12 months. Yeah. As far as that goes. But, wish him the best. He's got a talented son who's kind of coming up through the ranks.
Yeah, it's true.
And can focus energy on that.
Payton, you was a Melo guy?
No.
Not too much?
He cooked us. I'm a Bulls fan. Anybody that cooked us, I'm not a fan of.
What was that, when he was with the Knicks?
Yeah, he was
a scoring machine. He was a scoring machine with the Knicks. Led the league in scoring, actually, with the Knicks.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, that's time. Let's go here. Kyrie, start a bench.
What's new with Kyrie? You don't want to bench Kyrie?
That's old, bro. It's the same thing every single time.
It's true. All right, we'll bench you.
And he not. It's whatever.
I'm with that.
All right. And lastly here, we have BET start a bench.
BET.
Mm-hmm.
BET.
Don't nobody care about black entertainment. Nah, I'm playing.
In the name of Donnie Simpson, what the hell's going on here?
Please, I'm just joking, guys.
I'm
just joking.
We joke on this show. It's comedy.
Go ahead. What's going on with BET?
So, people are trying to buy it, right? So we have Shaq 50. And this other guy, they've been bidding for it, and Tyler Perry is on his own trying to buy it on his own as well. But these are three people who were at first individually trying to acquire it, but now they're trying to team up and beat out Tyler Perry and some others that purchased BET.
Tyler Perry, you got them LeBron James.
What you mean?
Tyler Perry, LeBron James. You got to make a super team to beat him.
Yeah. That's what's going on, man.
Actually, though, like, I would prefer that the conglomerate beat Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, I mean, and I like him. I'm happy for what he's done. But, like, if he has BET, it's like I just feel he'd be too loaded with his own content. I think for diversity and growth, it'd be a bit healthier if he didn't necessarily own it.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean,
like every single one of his shows will make it on.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been getting tired of Tyler Perry, though.
Yeah. But he's drifted to, like, a total, like, he's driven to the women's space. And I know probably more women watch TV than anything, but he's really went to that angle, to all of those soap opera, drama type shows and movies.
And it's the same. You know what's crazy though? You could flick through a TV, you could flick through your TV and be like, That's a Tyler Perry set.
For real though.
That's Tyler Perry set.
You could just be sifting through really fast, and then it's Tyler Perry set.
And
Yeah,
that's
for
like
real.
his content has a real like similarity to it. It's not incredibly diverse, and you wouldn't necessarily want BET locked into his content.
No,
You know, you got to be broader than that.
Yeah, because really only a couple are really. But and here, Shaq is really good in the comedy space. He does this stand-up comedy thing when they go on tour about once a year, and they're always really good. 50, you know, he has the drama, you know, the power, and what's the other, BMF? I think he was a part of that, or the other one, Snowfall. It was one of those he was a part of. And so yeah, I definitely love the content 50's been putting out lately. So I don't know, I like comedy, drama, action with this other guy. This other guy is
Who's the other guy?
He's supposed to be like good in action. He's a director or something. I don't know.
Oh,
to be honest with you, but yeah. All
So
right.
he's a behind the camera guy.
Yeah. With a lot of money, I wouldn't mind being that. Oh, I do have one more. Last one is drunk driving. Starter bench.
Drunk driving. I had my share. Go ahead.
So this guy gets pulled over, all right, and the police watches him as he switches spots and puts the dog in the driver's seat.
The dog.
And to say that the dog was driving and not him, so he doesn't get a drunk driving ticket and go to jail. Would you ever think of doing something like that?
No. I'm anti-animal, so I don't have a dog sitting around and riding shotgun for me to slide over into the number one chair.
Anti-animal.
Yeah, I got bit by dogs as a kid, man. It's not a happy experience.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's a drunk decision. Like, forget the breathalyzer, forget, following your footsteps. You did that. Like, we know you're drunk. Nothing further is required. Let's just deal out the penalty right now.
Right. What you think, Payton?
Lock them up.
Throw away the
real.
key.
Prison.
Yeah.
Solitary confinement. Why would you try to get your dog to the pound?
What do we have here? So the only one that you guys skipped here was the Kyrie thing, and basically that's just LeBron wants Kyrie to sign to the Lakers, and Kyrie is saying that he responded to a fan on social media saying he's going to take his time.
That's his problem.
Nobody knows what he's going to do, and neither does he right now.
That's his problem right there. He responding to everything. He's too emotional. I'm sorry, Kyrie.
He is, though. I think I've said he has the mentality of a woman before. But I guess, like the LeBron thing about he might not be back for next season or whatever, I thought that was pretty interesting. I believe he's going to play.
No, he's going to be back.
But the one thing that kind of freaked me out on that story was when I looked at the box score and I realized he played all 48 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, nah, there could be some symbolism that, like, it's going to be our last game. I'm playing all 48 minutes and going out that way.
Or it's desperation. He's down 3-0.
It was. I mean, it's definitely part of that.
I mean, if I'm down
It's definitely
3-0, I'm not playing nothing less than 47 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yeah, but Anthony Davis did.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis, played 37 or something like that?
Don't even mention
AD
that.
body can't play 40 minutes, man.
Yeah, he's a mess, man. But again, like a couple weeks ago, we talked about like Giannis after the loss. He's like, well, yeah, I kind of would have liked to get Jimmy Butler or whatever. LeBron, to his credit, is like
LeBron did everything.
I'm
He
not
guarded
coming out.
Jokic. He
Yeah,
guarded
but I'm not.
Murray
Yeah, like
during
here,
the season.
this is a desperation game.
Yeah.
We're doing it my way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not coming out. I'm going to guard who I want to guard and do what I'm going to do. I mean, again, you can't. He's earned it, no question, and I respect that for sure. You can't take that away from him.
No, for sure. I don't think he's retiring. Why he would say something like that, I don't know. There's a bunch of different theories. Some people think that he's trying to take attention away from him being swept, attention away from Jokic and them. Some people are saying it's maybe his son. Or they have told him maybe his son won't get drafted first round or something like that. He's like the third best player on his team now, so that dream may not be as realistic as he thinks.
Yeah,
So there's a bunch of different theories.
the one that
going
made the most sense to me though was just it puts pressure on the Laker organization
to do what he wants to do.
Could do what
But
he wants to do.
that's not always the best thing.
I'm not saying it's
Like
the best
what if he
thing.
does want Kyrie?
Yeah,
And,
he probably does.
And they can't like the way the contract's set up. They can't keep Rui and Reeves if they want to bring in Kyrie at
It's
that
gonna
price
be.
tag.
I'm gonna be so real with you. Regardless of Kyrie or not, it's gonna be so hard for the Lakers to keep Reeves.
People want him. They're going to offer him more money than they thought they were going to have to pay him because other teams are going to come after
and
him.
I think the team.
This playoff run really
I think
did it
whoever
for him.
pays him is going to regret it.
Why do you feel like that?
I don't think he's that great, and I think that there's a cachet to him right now that's going to get him overpaid.
Yeah.
And then he's a good player. I like his game, but like we talk about, like a guy like Tobias Harris. Like if you're overpaid for what you deliver,
Tobias Harris ain't never been like that though, bro. Like,
but this guy's not like that.
don't do that.
He's not like that.
Austin Reeves will have you on the stretcher right now
Stretcher?
with one move. With one move.
I think he only has one move.
You think he only got one move?
I'm not a huge fan.
Have you watched Josh Giddey?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Do you think-
OKC, right?
Does Josh Giddey have any type of bag?
No, not like that.
Have you watched LeBron James play?
He has no bag.
LeBron do the same thing. He look at the ball, pick it up and shoot it.
No,
every time.
You're identifying guys that I don't think are that great. I mean, like, as
You
far
don't think
as
LeBron that great?
Nah, but like
Are you serious?
the bag point. Like, and part of the reason I don't like watching him that much at this point is, again, there's not a lot of fun to watch him play offense. He doesn't do things that are appealing to watch.
I feel like
is he still effective? Yeah, I'm not disputing his greatness, but just aesthetically, watching him play, again, he does a couple corny things and scores.
Can I be honest with you though?
Mm-hmm. We hope so. We're hoping
There's-
not lying to us for the last 45 minutes.
Nah, there's just no way on God's good earth that you could say Austin Reeves is not like that. Austin Reeves is cold.
What is he like? Is this an all-star? Is this a superstar in the making, or is this just a good player in the
Austin
NBA?
Reeves?
Yeah.
Nobody said he's a superstar in the making. Well, we said, but he's a great role player. He's gonna give you
Great role
17.
player.
He's gonna give you 17, 18, 19, maybe 20 a night. You know what I'm saying? You need that on your team.
But my point with the cachet that he carries right this moment, somebody's going to pay him or offer him
But the problem-
like he's a 25-point-a-night guy.
And his agent is going to demand that. You know why? Because he's in this bracket of players. The Poole from Golden State. What's the Miami guard that's hurt right now? Hero. Tyrese Maxey. These guys, they're all similar players, but they're the market for them right now. Like Poole got a crazy contract. Hero just signed a crazy contract.
And I think Austin Reeves is going to sign a crazy contract for what he is.
But I do think Reeves is a little better than Poole. At least I would like to.
No,
think so.
I know that for a fact. I know. Here's the thing. Poole, in all honesty, Austin Reeves is better than Jordan Poole because he's more effective. To be fair, Jordan Poole just be out there doing shit. You know, like, and even if Jordan Poole is overpaid, he averaged 6 points a game in the playoffs.
Yeah, he had a really bad playoffs. And Austin Reeves had a really good playoffs.
No, I mean, based on the moment, but like, let's go back a year.
Yeah,
Jordan Poole had
Jordan Poole did have a good player.
But he was averaging 10 a game.
No. When he got paid, he was doing good.
He was averaging 10 a game in the playoffs. That's okay. He hit a couple crazy shots with Baby. Y'all made it seem like he had a great playoffs. He really didn't. He had a more effective playoff than he did this year.
That's the trick.
But you cannot say that if Austin Reeves has consistently done it every single game of the playoffs. And majority towards the end of the regular season, every single game of the regular season.
It's unfortunate for the Lakers because before you really pay somebody, ideally you would like to see it done over a span of a couple of years. But
you're put in a position where now you have to make a decision.
You're put in a position where you have to make this decision. Yeah. And I mean,
hey, you know what's funny though? I forgot who it was. I forgot what his team was, but Dennis Schroeder when he turned down that really big contract, that was hilarious.
He lives to regret that.
He had a really good playoff run. He's like, I think I could get damn near a max contract.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying Austin Reeves isn't a good player. I'm not saying he's worse than Poole or any of these other guys. But it's the same argument we made with Tobias Harris. You cannot put a good role player in a position where he's a super high money maker. The team will live to regret that.
Yeah.
I just feel like making that Tobias Harris comparison is just criminal, bro. Like Tobias Harris make me mad every single day, man.
But and my counter argument to that is he makes you even madder by the fact that he's one of the top 15 guys that paid guys in the league, and it makes no sense. You know, I mean, if you we talked about this last week. Austin right now is lovable because he's a bargain. He's a find. No lottery pick was used to get him. This is a great story. But when you pay him like a guy that's in the All-Star game every year, and his ceiling is a bit below that, suddenly it doesn't look like such a great deal.
Yeah. We'll see where that goes. And like I said, I don't think LeBron is going to retire, but we'll definitely stay on top of that for sure.
Yeah, I would be
shocked.
Floored, if he retired.
I would be really shocked. Yeah, because he got some more left in the tank. I got 2 short videos here I wanted to play. We're going to react to each. The second one is a football, so we'll get back to football once we get there. This first one here, though, is about Jimmy Butler and kind of his backstory here. It's a really quick video here. Hold on.
Jimmy Butler literally went from rags to riches. The now 6-time NBA All-Star grew up on the outskirts of Houston, Texas, without a father. By the time he was 13, Butler found himself homeless when his mother kicked him out. After bouncing around between different friends' homes, he found a permanent one with the Lamberts, a family of 9. Michelle Lambert, the then mother of 7, happily opened her heart and her home to her now 8th child, Jimmy. She stuck with him from the first night that he spent at their home, all the way through his collegiate basketball career at Marquette. Butler went on to be a first-round pick in the 2011 NBA Draft and won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award in 2015. And now, in 2023, he's made Miami Heat franchise history, passing Dwayne Wade for most playoff games with at least 40 points, and he's keeping his receipts.
Tobias Harris over me?
When I heard that, when I saw the video, the clip today, I was like, oh my gosh. She didn't have to add that. That was last year. She didn't have to add that on this video. Just hurts me. It just pains me to hear that every time. But anyway.
It's an iconic quote.
Tobias Harris over me. If I'm Elton Brand, I harm myself. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't know about this backstory. I was telling Pink earlier today, I honestly didn't know about I mean we heard about the Michael Jordan, and I don't mean to laugh because it is a small chance, I guess it could be true that Michael Jordan could be his pops, but we heard about that. But as far as his mom kicking him out at 13, and he was literally homeless on the streets, it's not like she kicked him out and he was able to go to his auntie house.
Well, when you think about that, again, the Jordan narrative is that Jordan got divorced and the payment stops, so this lady just kicks this poor kid out in the street. But if you're 13, why would your mother kick you out? Was he just acting wild and
that's
on
what
him?
Yeah, and that's what he said in an interview one time. Yeah, he's acting really wild, just doing a bunch of wild stuff, staying out all top of the night. Not
how wild do you have to be at 13?
Yeah, at 13 you have to be quite wild. I would think you would have to be
incredibly wild,
aggressive and abusive to get kicked out.
Yeah, well, she's almost afraid of you.
Yeah, that would be my mind.
Her safety feels not safe.
But that wasn't the case. It was just I'm just like, that just behavior, is
wild.
And then this white family picks him up. And but like I said, as you see in the video,
shout out to white people.
As you see in the video, she got other black kids in there, and there's one that looks sort of Asian. So I don't know if they they probably do this. I was telling you about the Colombian girl on the story a few weeks ago. So I don't know.
I thought there was something improper going on, but maybe not. I don't know.
There's just
there are families, I guess, when if you get into adopting and you kind of see maybe the value it gives to the people that you're adopting and stuff like that, it can become, really kind of like just a life mission, really. I mean, if that's what you're into.
Now, of course, we know Veronica would never do anything such as this.
So I'd kick Payton out?
But in an alternative universe, if you were in this situation, and then you do make it to the league.
Never do anything like that.
No, I'm talking. I know, no, Veronica would never, and I'm being serious. I'm being serious about that. But I'm just saying, and you make it to the league, and this is your situation. What? You don't know your dad. The dad's not in the picture. You don't know who your dad is. So it's only the mom that kicked you out. what are you doing when you get to the league? The mom is still poor. She's in a poor neighborhood, whatever.
So you're saying
What do you do?
Would he reach back out?
Yeah, I would.
You would?
2 wrongs don't make a right.
I like it. Look at the maturity here.
And to be fair,
my vengeful self would be like,
end of the day,
I hope you die.
end of the day, like, she took care of me for 13 years. That's my blood mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Regardless of how bad somebody treat me, it still don't make it right for me to treat them a certain way, especially knowing their situation.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you doing the whole 9, or is it limited? The whole 9 meaning the house, the car. You might move in with you. You might, the whole 9 that the star athletes do when they get the contract.
The whole 9 can't just be, if she ain't got no car, you give her a car and then just pay the rent wherever she at right now. She ain't got to come with me, and I don't got to get her a new house. You feel me?
Yeah, she's not doing the whole 9. We're not going over the top. Keeping it within reason.
I'm not moving her into a mansion or nothing like that.
Okay. You got things to do at that house that mom don't need to know about.
My mom know.
I'm with you.
I'd go the whole 9.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You got to.
That's funny, though.
Yeah.
Do you have any info? Like, does Jimmy have any relationship with his mother?
That I don't know. I didn't dive that deep because this is the first day I've heard about it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this until today. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. It just adds on to this crazy Jimmy Butler story, man.
I'm gonna be so real. I swear to God, when the playoffs started, I said the Heat gonna win it, man.
Yeah,
you really felt that?
First round.
The Heat, no. Before the first round started, the Heat was going to win it all for me.
That's wild. I mean, I don't know. Jimmy Butler's one of the more fun people in the league.
Yeah.
Like, just on so many levels. I mean, he plays great in big moments, but he's also just kind of just a different guy. Like, he's a character. The whole the coffee thing and everything else.
Chicago made him. I'm going to be real with you, though. You got to see that video of Jeff Teague talking about that time he came to practice.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Well, he had never practiced with him. He scrimmaged, and he took off his warm-up, and he had a cut-off, like, he cut the Timberwolves logo
out of his shirt,
out the jersey and out the shorts, and said, y'all better pay me. And, like, he cooked them boys, ran out the facilities, and then
he called somebody.
He went on ESPN. They was like, is he in the locker room?
That's a Chicago practice?
No, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, Minnesota. Because Karl Anthony Towns he just talked about it. He just recanted it, too, like last week.
Yeah.
So I was listening, but I haven't heard the Teague one. I haven't heard Teague say his, but Karl Anthony Towns did his.
And I didn't know the part that, like, he literally, like, raced home and got on ESPN, like, straight away. Like, I didn't realize.
He was like, yeah, I just cooked them boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they're great players. And he was calling them trash at practice. But
he was going in. He had like 3 walk-on people with him. Like
he was playing with the G League team.
G League. Yeah. That's what I mean by that. I don't mean walk-on like college, but like tryout.
But
guys.
just the whole creativity to make that whole thing.
Make the whole thing.
And that's part of the Jimmy Butler legend. I mean, you can't talk about it without that story.
But Carl was like, well, I didn't think it was that serious. He's going like 100 miles an hour. We're just trying to get through practice, and and he's yelling and screaming, and he was like, whatever. He was just talking about their
Which voice did Carl use?
I know, right?
His man voice.
He was in his man voice,
or his Parliament House voice.
Just Black. I don't know what comment it was about, but he says once again, Pink is right.
Hey, it applies to them all across the board.
All right, let's get to. I have a Mahomes clip now, and shout out to Jimmy. So they're going to look to close out Boston tomorrow, in Game 5
in Boston.
All right, so 3-1. They're in Boston. We'll see how that goes. All right, so hold on. Let's go to this Mahomes video here really quick. Mahomes won, right? Yeah.
I've always said I worry about legacy and winning rings more than making money at this moment. It's not about being the highest paid guy. It's not about making a ton of money. I've made enough money where I'll be set for the rest of my life. But at the same time, you got to find that line where you're making a good amount of money, but you're still keeping a lot of great players around you so you can win these Super Bowls and you're able to compete in these games.
Now, Pink and I, we've talked about this quite a few times, especially before Mahomes got paid because that's just a thing, man. Brady showed the recipe, but quarterbacks have been more focused on setting the new market, versus like taking less like Brady has and all these other guys. Not speaking on these guys' money, Payton, but what do you land? You heard what Mahomes said, but what do you think about that? About wanting, legacy is more important than setting the market for the new quarterback contracts. He wants to keep good players around and make these Super Bowl runs. They can make his money out the field.
He already got $500 million. Like, I get what he said. If you paid already, that's what you. If you already paid, and you're not worried about being paid again. You worried about, all right, I got my bread. I'm trying to go win that again. I'm trying to go back to back. So if he paid, he focused on other things. That's already checked off the list. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's not worried about it no more.
Yeah. He
got $500 million waiting on him already. So.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of where I come from on this perspective. It's like, it's when we talk about a guy getting a bag or not getting a bag, it's like he's getting paid a lot of money. It's not like you're going to make $100K or $44 million for the year. Like maybe you're making 40 instead of 45. You're paid, and I think he has a perspective to get this. And maybe it's easier for him, quite honestly, because his dad was a Major League Baseball player, and he's probably always had a comfortable amount of money in his life. It's never been something that he's ever had to stress over.
Right.
And if you have had to stress over it, you may relate to it differently, and that's just a basic psychology of things, but. The reality is, in a salary cap environment, when what you take from the pie impacts what else can fit in the pie, and it's a team sport, if you truly value some success, that there is a value in leaving some money on the table to bolster what's around you. And I also, we talked earlier today on like the economics of this, like, how much more does a guy make off the field if he's a guy who's a multiple Super Bowl guy, a guy that's always in the mix and contending like Brady was, versus a guy that has a great start to his career and ends up on some unbalanced teams making a monstrous contract.
Exactly.
To be fair, Patrick Mahomes is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
like already.
Yeah.
If he stopped playing football today, he's in the Hall of Fame.
No, that's true too. That's true too. But
he got the rings. He got the contract, the yardage. He left his impact already.
Yeah. And all those low-key stats you dug up about, different situations and things.
Oh,
where his completions and different clutch things are there. When people look at advanced statistics and look back at it, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, it's insane.
On that.
No, for sure. And like I said, I definitely agree. But yeah, it's funny. I was just listening when you talk. Yeah, it could be a little easier for those guys that come from a comfortable living. Jalen just took lesser money than he could have. He didn't set the quarterback market, and he talked about that as well. So there are other guys doing it. It's not like Mahomes is the only person or Brady is the only person. So, but you have other guys, who's looking to set. Kyler Murray wanted to set. He was focused on setting the market. And some of these other guys. We'll see what Burrow does. He hasn't.
Yeah, Burrow be an interesting litmus test there. Yeah, and again, like look at, the Kyler Murray. He signed a big deal. It didn't go down smoothly. He didn't play particularly well. Lamar kind of put his organization through a bit of drama. I mean, they did their part too. It's not all on him. But you contrast that to, the Chiefs re-signed Pat pretty efficiently, and Jalen re-signs with the Eagles. There's no drama. We got this done. Now we're looking forward to building the rest of our roster and competing at the level that we want to be at. And it'll be interesting to see, like, does that follow through to both of those teams? Continue to have the success they've had and be in the mix. And what happens in Baltimore this year? Lamar's paid. Do they have a good season? Does he stay healthy? Or is there some, is one of the just a disjointed, disappointing campaign?
He had no help.
Yeah, I agree.
He really didn't. Like, they gave, how you going to go get that man Steve Smith, bro?
Who you talking about?
End of the line, Steve Smith.
He 48 years old, bro. Why would
still fast though? He is.
He's fast, but the speed nowadays
and he's not gonna hold up though. That's the
speed
thing.
nowadays is a different speed than Steve Smith got. These young cats got a different gear now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't the same. How you gonna go get him, Steve Smith? You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I've been watching. Steve Smith was in the league when I was born, damn near.
But he has some this year. Now this year is his best year as far as receiving.
Zay
threats.
Flowers and Odell.
Yeah, and can't forget Mark.
Yep.
Good old Mark. So this is
Can't
probably.
believe I bet under on Mark Andrews one time. I would never do it again. Boy, I bet under on 4 catches. He came out there and had 11.
10.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's definitely in that range.
Nah, he's
Fantasy football guy.
he was really the one safety blanket guy
Yeah,
that Lamar had, where he just if anything's going down, where's Mark?
Yeah.
Just know where he's gonna be.
Yeah. So we'll definitely see where that goes for sure. All right. Did you guys see Pitt's coach come out and call out Deion? So Pitt head coach says Deion's overhaul of Colorado's roster looks really bad on college football coaches across the country, and that's not how you're supposed to utilize the portal, the transfer portal.
The portal comes with a guidebook.
I mean, to be fair, when you had to let so many go and you got so many going, you got to bring them in one way or another.
How you gonna fill the roster?
If you let that many go, you got to replace you. You have to have the required amount of players on your roster, regardless.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, look at the person who's talking. Narduzzi's been at Pitt. Go back a year, he kind of cried foul play when his top receiver, Jordan Addison, went out to USC. I think he's a guy that, and again, Pitt's not a glamour spot. I don't know their NIL situation, but they're a team that's basically poised to get ass raped in the transfer portal market, and he's going to cry foul.
Yeah,
And Deion is high. I mean, again, he makes this comment. When's the last time you heard anything from the freaking Pitt coach? Never. He takes a shot at Deion. Now he's, it's a viral moment. Yeah. He just seems like a guy that is, essentially behind the times. Even the way he's like, it's not good for whatever. He's not even like, if you criticize it, there's a space to criticize the turnover that Deion, and we talked about it. Like, they had so much post-spring football turnover. It kind of really negates a lot of the value that you would have gotten out of spring training, spring football with that group. Now they're going to integrate a whole bunch of new faces and stuff like that. It's out of necessity to a degree.
Right.
He's certainly adding probably a higher caliber of talent than was on the roster, but I'm sure there's going to be some issues in getting everybody up to speed and getting the most out of guys. It's not going to be a finger snap and they're 10-2 in the fall. I don't see that.
my biggest thing is, wouldn't those guys want to play for Deion?
Who's that?
All those 60 people that left.
Oh, you said wouldn't they want to?
Right.
Of course.
But even at Jackson State, people's transferring out of there.
Yeah.
It's like you get him, then he lose him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something happened.
You saying it's something? Yeah. It's not all roses over there. Is what you're saying.
Right.
Part of that program, part of his program.
Yeah.
No.
Which we alluded to on that segment
we
too.
did.
There's there's some stuff there. I've heard a few things from guys that have had some contact with him that it's not everything that we see.
He spins it as these are guys who doesn't want to compete, and that's the toughest part, because you put a stain on those guys. Like, you have a loud voice. Anytime you speak, you got 1,000 cameras. You're going to go to social media. You're going to and when you say guys are leaving because they didn't want to compete with the guys we had here,
Or they didn't want to work hard. Yeah,
there's the type
100%.
of things he's saying, and that puts a stain on that player when he's in the transfer portal. None of these other coaches do that. Like, they're not sour. Like, okay, you want to leave or you don't want to be here, that's fine. Boom.
And but when you said you would ask the question, wouldn't people want to play for Deion? Like, I say yes. I know he came at them hard in the introductory press conference, like, hey, I got guys coming, blah, blah, blah. Part of that might have been, from his perspective, that, like, I don't want a bunch of these mediocre dudes just trying to hang out and make it work just to play for me because they think it's going to be cool. Like, so I'm going to come at these guys hard, basically invite them to leave. And if I like any of them, I'll, once we get into this, I'll talk to them about staying and build it. I don't know. But I do think And I went, the funny thing is I feel a little bit differently than I did more recently. Like when Deion first became head coach of Jackson State, I didn't take it that seriously. I kind of thought, oh, wow, he's doing this to coach his kids in college football, and he'll probably be gone the second they're gone. And, obviously he kind of became this HBCU voice for a period of time and then moved on from that and took his kid with him. And again, what's the long-term build? Now, I've kind of heard that he treats his son and certain others way differently than everybody else gets treated. At the end of the day, this might really just be what I thought it was. And this could be a guy that just wants to basically guide and coach his son through college football process and, enjoy that.
And now he's at a D1.
Now he's at a bigger profile D1. Let's see what happens. Yeah. And again, the big question with Deion is, what happens when Shedur's gone? Is he still interested in coaching? He's still interested in this platform, or does it change for him?
If Shedur gets drafted, does he want to be an assistant coach on that team?
Is that the natural progression? Yeah,
I don't know. That is a good question, and that's I'm sure those are questions you have to ask Deion when you're about to hire him. So,
but the Narduzzi comment, I'm not a big fan of it. I think it comes off kind of small and just kind of chirping at something you're getting beat at.
Yeah, he's a part of the small crew, small guys crew. He's not a lion like our boy talked about.
He's peeing
week.
in the stall.
It locks the door. Right?
Yeah.
Once again, you guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Bank, home of sports, music, and mayhem. Our second sponsor here, Royal13thebrand.com. Make sure you guys go to Royal13thebrand.com. Use promo code Bubba Pink. Be fly. Head into the summer. He has the tanks out now. He got the short shorts out now. You don't want to miss it. Use promo code Bubba Pink to be fly. He got plus sizes too, Payton. So,
Duly noted.
That's cool.
Don't be afraid to come out with the short shorts. You a part of that trend?
I got them on right now.
My boy. Nah, they're a little longer than what I'm talking about, though.
Nah, you gotta wait till I stand up.
Okay.
These the Eric Emanuels.
Okay. I got you. Let's go really quick here, just with the Ja thing. The Ja Morant thing is ever evolving,
never ending.
So last night he has the IG stories saying goodbye to everybody, goodbye, and then it was so alarming the police had to go visit his house and do a welfare check. When I first saw that, I'm like,
wellness check.
But this one says welfare. That's the article from Yahoo Sports. And when I first saw it, I say, damn, John Moran and Brett Favre working together now? Brett Favre attacked the welfare system in Mississippi.
Let's join forces and fleece the welfare system.
I'm like, damn, John, you can do better than that. But then
I got Mississippi, you can get Tennessee. Your sister's going to play college basketball. We'll build a facility with welfare funds.
Florida's next. But yeah, so they went to his house and they did a check. Hey, how you doing mentally, man? I didn't even know police did that. Do they only do it for stars? I mean, I don't know. If I put up a goodbye to everybody, is the police going to come to my house?
You could request. Well, I mean, a goodbye publicly probably not, but you could request it. Like I think if you know somebody lives somewhere and you're not able to reach them, it's like more likely like a family member. Maybe it's like if you're out of state and whatever. My sister lives in Texas and hey, nobody's hearing from her, no response to nothing. Can we call the police to have a welfare?
So this probably came from the team or family.
Yeah, most likely something like that. Yeah.
So what do you think this whole Ja Morant situation is headed towards? I mean, it seems like every other week is something, a new gun or a new.
Yeah. Now, I mean, the story that I read was that he was essentially fine and put the post up there to initiate like a social media shutdown. But the way you posted that, you're saying goodbye and posting, probably the people most important in your life.
Yeah.
It did have like a little bit of a suicide ring to it. And I thought that, if you're about suicide, go for it. If you're not, it's, it's kind of, to me, it's cryptically clumsy.
Yeah.
Because if you just looked at it, it definitely suggested that was on the table. And, is it that much more difficult to post a picture and write a caption saying, hey, it's been a tough couple weeks. I'm going to step away from social media. Hope to see you guys back soon. Is that difficult?
No.
Like, but the way you present it, the cryptic bye and like, what? Come on, man. Attention-starved whore.
That's what it yells out, man. Attention seeking.
Yeah.
You got anything to take on that, Payton?
Prefer not to speak on it.
Gotcha. Nothing wrong with that at all. Once again, you guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. What's have you had a chance to like really like hang out on campus? Like, yeah. What is it like every
on campus or off campus?
On campus.
Like during the daytime, just sit at a bench or something. Like, what you mean?
Walk
Okay.
around.
I'm not sure how big campuses are. I've visited like like whatever.
I'm in the middle of
Gators, UCF, whatever. But
yeah,
Texas in the middle of
ain't
nowhere.
No, I'm in Austin, Texas.
Yeah,
Austin's a pretty lively city.
it's a lot to
Austin
do
is
outside.
the fastest growing city in the country right now.
Yeah.
And it's the new tech capital of the world.
Mm.
And my school is downtown.
Oh man. So it's always something to do. It's always something to do.
Isn't there a really thriving musical scene there as well?
Mm-hmm. We have South by Southwest every single year. It's a big music festival that everybody comes to.
Is that on the campus or just in the city?
It's in the city. Okay. I mean, like, we're the live music capital of the world too, also. And
that's what I heard.
Every concert is at our basketball stadium.
Mm.
And I mean, it's something in Austin every single week. Somebody in Austin every single like Jamar Chase was just out there like 2 weeks ago getting crazy. Like,
what was he doing? Just hanging?
I can't.
I'm not saying. I mean, he didn't. Like, he wasn't a Texas guy, so he just in the city for his own benefit.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's a beautiful city. It's a great place to be. It's a lot of opportunities to hang out. At places other than campus. Nobody really hangs out on campus, We go to 6th Street, it's downtown, so it's
okay.
half a mile away.
Do you are there a lot of like the former like players around the program, like in the spring and stuff like that?
That's something I did notice,
Okay.
The alumni like they're always coming back.
Mm.
I mean, it's something about the University of Texas that just brings people back to it.
Yeah.
I saw at a lot of other schools that the alumni really don't come back and show love unless they get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Texas,
they just be hanging out. So
I think it's just a great combination. Texas is a huge football state anyhow, and Texas Longhorns is it's a national powerhouse. I mean, people love it, and I'm sure people there. The fan base, the games have to sell out every damn week, every game, no matter who y'all play. It's just a good combination. And you say it's a thriving city.
Yeah.
You had a chance to see what the girls like here? It's just something we have to know. I mean.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Tunnel vision, though, man.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision.
Not to be distracted by women.
Are they on top of the football players like we see in movies?
Unfortunately. Tunnel vision, though.
Tunnel vision?
Tunnel vision.
Do they still have those house parties?
Yeah, but tunnel vision.
Oh, that's too funny.
Oh shit, Mama Bear's pleased to hear that.
What interesting alumni have you met during your time?
Connor Williams, Vince Young. Did Matthew McConaughey go to Texas?
I don't know if he's I was going to ask you. Is he like an alumni or is he just a fan?
He's just there, always there.
He's there a lot.
Yeah.
Does he have like free run of things where he's just kind of welcome anywhere on campus or around the city?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Is it to the point where like it's just no big deal to see him? It's like, oh, Matt's here again.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he graduated from Texas in '93.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just there.
Oh, we're the same age then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that.
He's always there.
He's held up a bit better than I have, to be fair.
She has the best nutritious. He's there eating the same thing they're eating, man.
Right.
Yeah, he definitely power cleaning with us in the weight room. You know?
Oh, for real?
No.
Well, that's what I meant by free run of the place. Like, you go to get in a cold tub. It's, oh, sorry, I got to go over there. Matt's got my cold tub.
Nah, he it's like he just pops up. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's too
What are you most looking forward to on this Texas Longhorn journey? Like just whatever the case may be, first game or first start or big game here or
National
senior year,
championship game.
junior year, national championship game.
It's there. It's coming for us.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Where is the national championship game this year going to be played?
You're asking the wrong person.
You're trying to get there. Bubba and I are just watching.
Wherever that game at, I'm going to be there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
All
funny.
right. I only had one more other thing to get to.
What do you got?
What else? What else? Do we have here for Payton?
I think we covered some things, man.
Huh?
We've covered some material.
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
I would like to think so. You have any funny, crazy story for us? I didn't even prep you to get one earlier, so if you don't have one, that's fine.
From school?
Yeah, from your first
your
semester
time.
on campus.
Let me see one that I can say. One that's appropriate.
Always good to pick an appropriate one.
You want to take about 5-6 minutes to think about it?
We'll go to a segment and come
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Keep
All right,
thinking.
do that. Okay. I wanted to play something quick and I wanted to react to it really quick with a message. This is a quick video clip from a movie that it's a quick trailer that Kodak has coming out really quick. Hold on.
Me and Percy used to come up here a lot. Vibe, talk about life.
Don't say I didn't warn you. You understand? You and that little nigga Percy don't keep fucking around. You're gonna end up in jail or you're gonna end up dead.
Well, it's all right here. Soup to nuts. Ironclad.
I know you hate these meetings. If everybody was a stand-up guy, you wouldn't need me for anything, right?
Is there something you should tell me? Something going on?
That's the boomerang. Right back at you, Pop.
When the last time you heard from Percy?
Call him.
Leave her alone.
What you gonna do, Billy? You gonna cutthroat me right here in front of everybody? KTB?
Yeah, he run wild, run through that gun smoke town. Yeah, he run wild, run through that.
So go ahead. What happened?
Is Kodak Black in a movie?
Right. So he created and directed this movie here.
He created it and directed it.
Right. And he's acting in it. But you know, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like associate director. It's his movie. He's putting it together, but of course his team is putting it together here. Yeah, Kodak's coming out 5/26. He has an album coming out this week as well. And you know, Kodak is my favorite young artist, and I just wanted to get this out and say, because like Kodak, this is a grand opportunity right here, because I feel like no young artist is really taking the mantle, and it's like it's wide open. And he's not one of the first young artists that people would think about to take it. You know, people have Lil Baby there at the top. Some people have, some people got Lil Durk. Some people have NBA YoungBoy, whatever. And I just feel like Kodak is in that group of guys who can take it and be the new whatever you want to say, Drake, J. Cole, whoever is your flavor, whoever is your guy, and be the standout. But his last album was a little, it wasn't that awesome. All right, the KTB album, it was just an okay album. And same thing with Lil Baby. His last project was just okay. NBA YoungBoy dropped a dud. Like everybody's, they're just dropping duds or either less than. And we know what Lil Durk is coming out with. He's already released 2 tracks. They're fire.
Not Lil Baby.
Huh?
Not Lil Baby.
Lil Baby what?
He ain't never missed.
He missed last album. Missed. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad or trash.
Are you serious?
I'm not saying it was bad or trash.
Come on now.
I'm saying it didn't stand out. He didn't he didn't stand out with that album. He could do a lot better. He's done a lot better in the past.
Come on.
All right. But he is the guy that a lot of people pull to be the new number one. I understand that. Lil Baby is that guy. All right? But I'm saying Kodak has that opportunity to take it. You got to take it. Hopefully this movie and this album here.
So what is the movie a theater release movie or is it released to a platform?
That's a good question. I don't know. This is another thing I just saw yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
But it's going to be coming out 5/26. It's going to be released.
Well, it's like 2 days from now.
Now he has a TV show actually that's on YouTube. It was only released on YouTube. This is from like years ago, and they were releasing like shows on YouTube or whatever, like every other week or weekly. All right, so he's been in the media space a little bit, but that show was a really what the word I'm looking for? It wasn't the quality, It was a hood film.
Low budget.
All right.
Okay.
So this already looks, a lot different and better. All right. So, Payton, you got a story for us?
Yeah.
All right, we're ready.
So I bought a scooter, like y'all know, right?
Right.
And I had it for like a month. No, not even a month. I think it was like 2 weeks. And then somebody stole it.
On campus.
Right.
Of course.
I locked it so they couldn't ride it, but somebody stole it. And apparently they had to like jailbreak it or something like that. But I'm walking through campus one day. It's like a month and a half later. Strolling to my class. And I'm looking at my phone. And it says, Bird Scooter connected. The scooter's Bluetooth. I'm like, what the hell you mean it's connected? So that means it has to be within range for it to be connected. Next thing I know, zoom. Oh, look, dude ran right past me. I said, hey, yo, come check it out. I'm talking to him, woo, baby. I said, hey, come over here. It's a little bit crowded over here. We go behind the building. I say, bro, why did you take my scooter, bro?
He didn't have a clue until you said that?
He talking about, this is my scooter. What are you talking about? Why did you take my scooter? I said, bro, I don't want to get out of character. Just give me what belongs to me, bro. He said, you're going to have to pay me for it.
Yikes.
I can't tell y'all what happened next. I got my scooter back, though, y'all. I got it back.
That's classic.
And I bought a lock this time.
You bought a lock this time.
Like a physical lock instead of the app.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Because I would have never thought you could jailbreak one of those things either.
Nah, I for sure was like, bro, I'm about to get this scooter right back.
Right.
I'm about to get it right back.
That's funny, man.
Like a really young kid, like a freshman, or you think? I mean, it's hard to tell, I guess, when you just look at somebody.
I didn't ask what grade he was in.
Right.
You got to be a ballsy guy, though. Like, even when you're standing next to Payton, you're going to deny it.
Yeah.
What you mean? That's not my scooter. What you mean?
You got to pay for it.
Yeah. Like, what you mean I got to pay for my scooter? I already paid for it one time. I already paid for it before. What are you talking
the
about?
Manufacturer, not you.
I paid $700 for that scooter, not you.
Oh, that's crazy.
I can't help but to ask. I just have to ask. Well, a white kid, black kid, Spanish kid, Asian kid.
He was black.
Oh, man. That is so unfortunate. What are we doing out here? Can't be at these people campuses doing this foolishness, man.
Black on black crime.
Yeah, black on black scooter crime.
Come on, man. Y'all take that shit back to goddamn.
Bro, y'all could have did that at Texas State, bro. It's down the street.
It's right
man.
down the street, man.
It's 15 minutes away.
Come on, man. Jeez Louise.
Maybe the scooters aren't as nice there. Oh, that's crazy.
Well, Payton, man, we definitely appreciate you, man, coming on, having you on. We hope you come back again, man. We want to chart this journey. You know we're going to be rooting for you, rooting for Texas while you're there. As soon as you leave, that it will end. But for while you're there.
That's crazy.
While you're there.
That's crazy.
You got 2 new Texas fans here, man.
That's right, man.
We're going to run it up for sure.
That's right.
I love
Let's
it.
do it. We with you, man. All right, man. We'll catch you guys next week on the Bench Podcast.
Oh, that's too funny.
That was hilarious.